What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rawstocks. This is Rustic, and today we're going to be taking a look at Tesla's chart. We're going to be looking at where price came from, where price ended today, and where price is likely to head tomorrow. So I have pulled up here the Tesla chart on the 1 hour time frame. We had CPI data drop today. Apparently the market liked what it saw. It looked like the number came in um, under what was expected, so being a beat, which is good because I had heard some talk on the streets that it was potentially going to be higher, and then leading us to think that inflation is continuing to be sticky. Many, my theory on these reports, and that they're all just kabuki theater. Bunch of trumped up numbers to move the market in one direction or another, in the favor of the market makers and the big money, who've already taken their positions, waiting for the ability to move the tape on days like today where market drops pre-market. So when we look at the chart, let's just dive right into it. Only going to show you guys probably the 1 hour chart, the 15-minute chart. Have a lot of requests for the videos to be like 10 to 15 minutes long instead of 25 minutes long. So I'm going to try to respect that. See if it helps you guys out. I know that sometimes the information is repetitive as we go down into the shorter time frame charts, besides the fact that sometimes we're looking at market structure that doesn't show very well on the higher time frame charts. But either way, not too worried about it. We're just going to try to keep these videos a little bit more short and simple. So something we talked about yesterday, we got our purple zones here. Our purple were consolidation zones that I've been watching on the shorter time frame charts, like the 15-minute and the 5-minute. There are areas where we've seen price kind of trade in and around, with also breakout zones in between. Okay, so something we were talking about is that we made this move up on Monday into this consolidation range. Okay, this is an important range here, an important range where we double topped here, came back up and tested it in a 1 hour candle. We came up and traded into it. We sold off a lot from that level. Also sold off from it way back over here as well. Came up, didn't quite hit it, and sold off again. Okay, but we got back up into that level on Monday, and I said two different options we're looking at. Okay, if CPI comes out and they want to move the tape down, they want to run price in the downward direction, we're looking at price to take out this fair value gap, potentially come down into this consolidation range. Okay, if they wanted to rip the tape up, which is what they did, we want to see price come into this consolidation range, 230 to 235. We hit that, we exceeded it. You can see now we have a parallel channel drawn out. Previously, we had a little bit of a wedge. Now we have a parallel channel. And so I'm going to take this resistance line off the board there. And you can see our channel. We broke out. We actually had a little bit of a breakout into the end of the day. But that could just be a little bit of a false breakout. I do want to see this come back down and respect the channel, even if it comes back down eventually and just only tests the kind of the 50, the mean or the median, whatever you want to call it, of the channel, right? Like here, low, high, we come back down, we test the median, we break down, we test the low, we come back above and test it, we test the high, right? So I want to see us come back down, see if it wants to support that to make another run up, or if it wants to give it up and make another run down. Okay, we're going to extend some of these consolidation ranges out so that they still stay within our parallel channel. Now, I don't care as much about this consolidation range right now because all of the sudden, based on where price is now, it's outside of our parallel channel. Okay, so it's no longer that important unless we get down to this one and look like we're going to break down out of the channel and test this support line down here or this support line down here. So we can extend it out, but it's just not very important right now. What is important is our current levels that we got. Okay, we also took out this equal high, so we can take that off the board. Oops, didn't want to take that off the board. All right, where are we at? Trying to take the equal high off. There we go. All right, equal highs off the board. Okay, we're inside the volume imbalance. That was on a higher time frame chart. I think it was on the daily, possibly the daily chart. It was between two wicks. We're inside that right now. Okay, we are also inside a 1 hour fair value gap. We took it a little bit in the, if you're following me in the live rooms or you're hanging out in any of the discords that I'm hanging out in, I said I didn't really want to see price go too much above 237.25. That 237.25 fair value gap close also happened to coincide with this parallel channel top right here. We did pull above it. Again, I think this could be a false breakout, but we do have all the way up until 242 and some change. We have that volume imbalance between those wicks on the higher time frame chart. So we could easily see, again, we got a PPI report coming out tomorrow. We could easily see an early punch up to 240, 248, and then a vicious decline back down into maybe this range, maybe Thursday even further. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I do, draw you guys out a couple different scenarios, okay? First scenario is we open up, the initial reaction is a sell-off, and then we just continue to push higher. Now the market is already overbought, except for on the daily time frame. The daily time frame is blown out a little bit off of the RSI, moving average control line. So it's not overbought, but it is blown out, and still could expect some kind of day or two correction to come back down and test that control line before it just runs and breaks the 70 on the RSI. But that doesn't mean, that it can't just continue to shoot up. We know that price can stay overbought or oversold for a long time. So one scenario is, again, we see an early sell-off, right? This was just kind of a move up all day. We did see that, that first candle of the day during Tuesday that gave us this big rip. 8 o'clock. So this is a pre-market. We see that CPI rip, okay, and then we see some selling off as the market opens, and then we rally. So maybe we see an early sell-off on the market again, and then we see price start to rally into that volume imbalance, right? But again, that would be breaking out of this channel. And if we were to head up there, we got 240, 231 as the volume imbalance. We also have this resistance trend that's going to be, depending on how quickly we get there, up near the 250 area. And we have a daily point of control volume node. So we could just get, just straight face ripping for the rest of the week. With the data that's coming out, it's entirely possible. But it doesn't fit my quarterly theory, and so what I'm looking for was that Tuesday was a move of manipulation. Okay, Monday we didn't really see much consolidation. We actually saw consolidation on Friday, and we saw positions start to be accumulated on Monday for a move that manipulated on Tuesday. We went straight up again. We got that data. So if this is the manipulation, and we're looking for distribution on Wednesday instead of continuation to the upside, then what we could be looking for, and we could even get a gap up and then just start to see distribution to the downside like that Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday. A little bit what I'm expecting just because of the way the daily chart, is again blown out, and then all the other time frames are overbought. Am looking for, whether we open flat or we open gap up because of the PPI report. I'm expecting distribution to the downside, which, again, this all happened from Wednesday to Tuesday. So over, 3 trading days. We have 3 trading days left in the week. We could easily give back, all of this or at least a portion of it. I wouldn't expect much less than, 220. This fair value gap looks pretty good. 219 some change, 218. So we could see this pull down to here and then rebound back up from there if we started trading down, but again, we could just see a vicious decline all the way back to the trend line here, again, based on the fact that we have another data report. We have more data coming out this week. So let's drop into the 15-minute chart real quick just to see if there's anything additionally that we missed. A couple things we want to add to our chart. We want to add today's high. Okay, and so that's right here. It's going to be black. It's going to be previous day high. So we want to have these things on our chart. We took out a lot of the other stuff from the previous from this run up. We've taken out a lot of liquidity, different targets and stuff. So we've been deleting those. Do want to take off this volume imbalance open. We still know that we got our volume imbalance closed here. Okay, so we got our previous day high right there. Make it a black line. And then we still have our previous day low coming in over here. Actually, there we go. Okay, so we have our Tuesday range right here. So again, if we get distribution, I'm looking for Tuesday's low to be taken out. And then potentially even Monday's low to be taken out. And then, anything beyond that is great. But if we get the distribution, bare minimum, looking for 226.50 being Tuesday's low to get taken out. Okay, and then Thursday, we can see potential reversal. So if we did start to get some downside distribution, we could see a reversal. We could also get Wednesday upside distribution and then see a reversal on Thursday. And then Friday's a reset, so just depends on what we're trying to reset, whether it's this move here or whether it's balancing out this entire structure here. If we started trading up, Friday's reset might send us even higher. So we'll just be watching the different things. Definitely a lot of stuff on the table today. There were some really great trades. If you caught the swing, I know I called out a call into close yesterday, ended up closing it out right at open, so got a nice percentage return on that one. Took a couple puts near the end of today, called those out as well in my Discord. And so, hopefully, we do see some distribution back into at least this consolidation range or maybe lower into this consolidation range so that those can print. But, again, we're watching heavy manipulation, quite a bit of market movement across the board. So we do have also, some of the indexes hitting some nice highs and just keep pushing forward. This market's getting a little bit irrational, and I think the fact that everybody's anticipating a drop is partially what's causing the market to just continue to rally up. Because that drop's going to come when we all kind of least expect it, not when we all most expect it. So hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, read the description below. There's some new things in the description. So check that out. Always appreciate all the support that you guys offer, and we'll see you guys on the next one.